Namaste and welcome. My name is Jillian and I will be guiding you through your body refresh yoga practice. When you're ready, we will begin in a comfortable seat on your mat. Finding a nice tall spine with the shoulders stacked on top of the hips, the crown of the head reaching to the sky. And just grounding down and connecting with your body for a few breaths here. Slow inhales through the nose and slow exhales through the nose. Sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. Follow your exhale, bringing your hands down to heart center. Interlace the fingers into a fist and maybe flip your palms out in front of you, curve through the spine, bringing chin to chest. Really open between the shoulder blades. Take an inhale, keep your fingers as they are, reach them up overhead, press the heart forward. And exhale, slowly release the fingers into a fist behind the back. Inhale, lift the heart, open between the collarbones. Exhale, surrender forward, folding the head, the shoulders down, maybe lifting the hands away from the low back. Inhale, release the fingers, rise up, arms sweep high. Exhale, twist to the right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Find length and twist a little more. Keep your left fingers where they are and sweep the right hand up and over, adding a side bend to this twist. Revolve the chest up to the sky. Gently release the left fingers from the wrist, reach them up high to the sky, and then twist to the left. Right hand to the left knee this time. Right hand stays, the left fingers reach up and over for that side bend. Gently release both hands back into your lap. Take a breath in and let it go. Make your way into a tabletop position, and we'll move through a few rounds of cat-cows here, grounding down through the palms. Take a breath in, lift the heart and the gaze, dropping the belly. Follow a breath out, rounding through the spine, press up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, the heart lifts, the tailbone lifts. Exhale, the chin tucks in, the tailbone tucks down. Take a few more breaths here. Just waking up the spinal column. And at the end of your exhale, return to a neutral spine. And then slide the right foot in front of the face between the hands, finding a grounded low lunge. Once your hips are settled in, start to send the hips back towards the left heel, straightening through the right leg as much as you can. Keep the toes tucked to the ground, or you can pull them towards your face, or you have the option to float between those two, lifting and lowering the right toes. Come back into your lunge and sweep the arms up high. Engage through the core, sink the hips down low. Then plant the left hand inside the right foot, right fingers reach high for a twist. Stay here or press through the toes in the back foot and lift the knee off the mat. Step back into your plank, lower through your chaturanga. Hug your elbows to your sides. Then untucking the toes, lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, press up through tabletop, and then we'll take it to the other side, bringing the left foot in between the hands underneath the face. Then settling into your half split. Bring the hands back behind you, and maybe lifting and lowering those left toes. Keeping that left leg as straight as you'd like. stepping the left foot firmly down, take a breath in and sweep the arms up high. We'll find that twist. Drop the right hand inside the left foot. Left fingers reach high. Stay here, or you can tuck the back toes, lift the knee off the mat for a lunge twist. Frame the foot and step your left foot back through your plank. Lower through your chaturanga, arms hug to your sides. Untuck the toes, baby cobra, peeling a couple ribs off the mat. Make your way through tabletop and take a child's pose. Big toes touch, letting the head rest heavy. Glide forward through tabletop, tuck the toes, lift into your first downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet a couple times here if that feels good. And then settling with the heels to the ground. Take a breath in and lift up onto the toes, lifting the heels as much as you can, melting them back down. Inhale, come onto the toes. Exhale them back down. Then come up to the top of your mat, finding a forward fold, letting the head and shoulders rest heavy. Breathe in, find a half lift, flat back. Sweep the arms out in front of you, engage the core and lift all the way up. Exhale, sink the hips down low, finding a chair pose. Squeeze the thighs, the knees together, breathe in. Breathe out, standing back up, reach the fingers high. Grab a hold of the left wrist with your right hand, hinge over to the right. Use an inhale to rise up and switch sides. Left hand holds the right wrist, leaning to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, flat back. Breathe out, plant the hands, and then step your left toes back, tucking the toes, keeping the heel lifted. Breathe in, lift up into your crescent lunge, bending deeply into that right knee. Finding a twist, wrap the right arm around towards the outside of the left leg, reaching the left fingers up and maybe a little bit over. Release out of the bind, plant the left hand down to the ground. Both hands come to the mat, turn onto the back heel, windmill the arms up into your warrior two, lunging deeply into that right knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Sky archer pose, slip the right palm up and back, take a hold of that wrist with the left hand, finding length through the side body. Lengthen through that right leg, straightening through the knee, breathe in. Breathe out, find your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Open the arms, plant the right hand down to the shin, ankle, or the mat, and the left arm reaches high. Release the left palm inside the right foot to the mat, reach the right fingers high, finding that grounded twist once more. Then stepping back into your plank, both hands to the mat, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, find baby cobra or cobra. Come over the toes, lift up into your downward facing dog. Bend into the knees, look up to the top of your mat, step between the hands, inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink into your chair pose. One-legged chair, come onto the toes of the left foot, lifting the heel. Breathe in. Breathe out, rise up tall, lifting that left knee for stork. Then send the heel behind you, reaching your fingers back for the outsides of the foot. And then sending the foot into the hands, hands into the foot, maybe leaning forward, getting a nice quad stretch. Inhale, stork pose. Exhale, sink into your chair, both feet to the ground. Breathing in, rise up. Breathe out, hinge over to the right for that side bend, maybe hand to the wrist. Take it to the other side, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands through heart fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the right toes back for your grounded lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms high, crescent. Finding the bind, reach the left hand around the back body towards the outside of the right hip. Reach the right fingers up and maybe reaching it a little bit over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant the left and right hand down and then lift up into your warrior two pose. Arms come to your sides, lunging forward. The right toes and heel are parallel to the back of the mat. Sky archer pose, reach the left palm up and over, taking hold of that wrist. Find length through that knee, straightening through the leg. And finding trikonasana. Left fingers forward and down. Reach the right hand up, stacking the shoulders. Maybe lift the gaze. Bending into that left knee, drop the right palm down, reach the left fingers up, and exhale, lower through your chaturanga, lift up into your up dog or cobra, and make your way into your downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look up to the top of your mat, and then make your way up into a standing position. Breathe in, breathe out, sink into your chair. One-legged chair, right knee hovers. Then lift up into your stork pose. Reach the hands back, send your heel back for the outside of the foot. Finding that dancer's pose variation, but really pressing that knee back. Feeling the stretch into the top of the right leg. Inhale, release. Stork pose and exhale, hands through heart. Step the feet out as wide as your mat, heels turned in, toes turned out. Then drop the hips down low as much as you'd like, finding your yogi squat, elbows to the insides of the knees. Making your way into a seat, planting your hands down to the mat, legs out in front of you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach for the toes. Draw the belly button towards the thighs, lift the heart. And release, rounding through the spine, really pressing up between the shoulder blades. Release the toes, start to lift yourself back up, planting the hands behind your hips. Step the feet down and then lift the hips up, finding reverse tabletop pose. Maybe shifting forward and back on the heels. Whenever you're ready, you can drop the hips down. Open the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to touch, finding a butterfly pose. Grab a hold of your ankles, lift the heart, breathing in and breathing out. We'll circle through the hips here, send the upper body over to one side, pull the belly towards the legs, and then bring it to the other side, round through the back body, and circle back around. We'll do it one more time on this side. And then switching directions. Moving through the spine, the hips, the shoulders. Once you come back over the legs, maybe hinging forward a little bit deeper. And then lifting yourself up, close your knees in, give yourself a hug. And then taking a seat to close off our practice. Breathe in, sweep the arms up high, palms touch overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you, and knows that they are the same. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and I'll see you again in the next video.